Hey guys, welcome back with me and Sarah and Ron.
Hello.
And hello everyone. If you did not listen to last week's episode, you should go listen to it.
Yes.
We talked a lot about gossip, slander, mercy, not having to prove yourself to anyone, especially not to God. It was just really good. Ron had a lot of really good nuggets from the Holy Spirit. So go back and listen to that. And of course, as promised, we have him back with us again today, and he's going to spitfire a little bit more towards you musicians that we love so much.
Yes. Man,
had
minstrels.
Minstrels. We've had Isaac on the podcast a few weeks ago, so I hope you guys listen to that one as well, because he has some good things to say to musicians.
Yes.
And we'll have some more people that are just very, very skilled and anointed. And please know, everybody that we have on here is vetted. They love Jesus 100,000%. They're the same person on the stage as they are off the stage. And we're just blessed and privileged to know all of them. So you can trust what they have to say, and also know that they have a lot of experience when it comes to the things that they're saying. So it really is an honor to have Ron back again and talking about this stuff. And still with the renovations going on at his house. I made a joke at the last episode. He was not in a trap house. He is. Right. They're getting an upgrade all around him and his wife, and it's going to look so good.
Real good.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So before we get started, I just want to tell you a little bit about how Ron and I met. Well, he's known Sarah since college.
A long time.
Long time.
We have celebrated many birthdays together. We're talking about
listen. This year, Sarah, this year in August will be 26 years.
I know.
20. Can you believe that? 26 years.
I have literally known you more than half my life.
Listen, I know. Ain't that,
I was thinking about that
wild?
the other day.
That's
wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they both look fabulous, because y'all know why.
Trin says black don't crack, and I keep telling her it does after a while. It doesn't crack for a while.
Look at y'all.
Hey, we're not that old.
Listen,
but white people your age start looking crusty.
Somebody literally just said that to me yesterday. I think I was at a customer, and somebody was like, they were like, "How old are you, man?" I told them how old I was. They were like, "Dude, for real?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." He was like, "Bro, it don't crack, man. It don't crack." I said, that's what they say. That's what they say. Whoever they is, that's what they say.
When? I would like to know when.
I'll tell you what. You'll be around when
they're
120.
Right.
You'll be around when it happens. We can have the conversation.
If you guys had ever seen, if I knew how, I would put pictures up right now of Sarah's parents and Ron's parents, and you would know. There ain't no cracking.
It's okay.
Happening.
Okay.
Man.
Anyway,
we're blessed.
Just thank the Lord for the blessing. Thank
we're
him.
blessed.
So again,
Sarah,
how did you meet Ron again?
I was thinking about that before Ron came on. So, we said in the last episode, Ron is part of Band of Prophets. He has played drums. He has played bass. He has tried to help us figure out all technical things and all the things. And I met Ron. I don't remember what month it was, but it was in 2020 when we were doing the well.
The Eddie James thing. It was the Eddie James thing. I think.
No, it was before Eddie
Was
James at the well. Yes. So if you guys have been around long enough listening to us back when it was the well, we did these once a month worship nights in our hometown.
That's right.
And people just come together and just worship. And that's really where we attribute a lot of our growth in the prophetic and playing and stuff happen.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember I don't even know if we necessarily needed a bass player, or maybe I don't know. I was looking for somebody.
Yes.
And Sarah was like,
Sarah called me. She called me for bass.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I remember telling Sarah, because Sarah and I were still getting to know each other really well at this point as well. And I remember telling Sarah, can he flow?
I know,
does he like know what he's getting into? Like if he comes, because it gets a little wild, I don't want to freak anybody out. And she's like, oh yeah, like he's totally good. He'll fit right in. So I was like, okay. So Ron came and played bass, and we had Andrea on drums.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And I feel like, was Isaac there?
Yes, Isaac was on electric.
We call him, okay, we call him Smalls. I didn't call him that at all when he was on the podcast because he gets a little weird. I mean, we love you, but he gets a little weird. Anyways, we've known him also our whole lives. So his nickname in our hometown is Smalls, so everybody calls him Smalls. But we had Smalls. And anyways, I was like going back through footage in my brain, and all I can remember is like looking over, and we hit like this prophetic vein about something, and Ron's on the bass, and he's literally just
and he was hopping on the bass.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember that night.
How his shoulder's not hurting right now?
I know.
Because
oh my God.
The whole time. And I was like, oh yeah, he's fine. We're good. We had no problem.
Yeah, no. I remember how I met Ron 25 and however many months ago. So there was this gospel choir on campus, United Voice of Praise, and our mutual friend Joe Nate, who passed away 15 years ago. You know, I'd met him like that Saturday before. Ron had come to school late and just happened to be on campus on Thursday evening and heard a choir singing. Runs up there and he was just like, hey, he was like, I'm Ron. He said, I played the drums, and runs back to his dorm room to get his drumsticks to come and then wail on the drums.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally how we met. I was like, where did he come from? He said, I just happened to hear music.
That's amazing.
And then we played everywhere because we were just crazy.
When I say everywhere, y'all, everywhere.
Packing the whole drum set.
Yes.
Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Keyboard in a Tercel. Toyota Tercel is like tiny car.
I mean, not the Tercel of now, but the Tercel of like 91.
Yes.
Or 92. Like the real, like the one, it almost looked like that little, it looked like the little smart car. The little smart car.
It's almost like like the Yaris maybe.
Yeah.
But it was that. But we stacked everything.
Oh, listen.
We would sit sideways with this, the screen.
Listen, y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand the amount of grind and hustle that me and this one right here. You don't even understand. Like, y'all don't understand. This episode, so for musicians like minstrels, like if you ain't got this kind of hustle, you don't need to talk to me. You don't need to talk to me. Like, I need you to stop playing at the music and go do something else. Cause like if you can't do a musician's rehearsal on Tuesday, preceded by a campus ministry meeting that you got to play for. Yeah, on Monday. Tuesday,
we played Tuesday before we had Tuesday night practice, which was sometimes 3 hours.
See?
Then we have church on Wednesday that we play the songs that we practice on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then we had United Voices of Praise on Thursday.
And
sometimes we just got together on Friday to hang out at New Covenant and play.
And we would play for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
At a time. Just because. So
because we were
hungry, if you ain't got that kind of dedication to this, like to this ministry, to this thing, if you ain't got that kind of heart and that kind of dedication to this, do me and your church and your team a huge favor. Go sit down. Just go sit down. Just go sit down. No, I'm serious. Y'all. I'm serious. Like, just go sit down. Cause listen, because your lack of drive and your lack of commitment and your lack of enthusiasm for what it is that this is killing your team. It's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't listen. The minstrels that were assigned to serve at the first tabernacle and also the temple, they were skilled, and they were appointed by David, and following David by Solomon, right? It was based on their skill. And how can I say this?
In English.
Yeah, in English, right? Yeah, and they served with zeal. They served with excitement. It wasn't something that they dreaded doing. It was something that they loved to do. They did it because the Bible says, I feel it. The Bible says we are to enter his gates with accompanied by praise and thanksgiving. Yes. So if you're not serving accompanied by thanksgiving and praise,
amen,
then I need you to go sit down. Okay?
Yep.
Listen, hear my heart, right? Hear my heart. I really need you to go sit down, because if you're not going to serve with thanksgiving out of a grateful heart, with zeal, right? Not zeal according to foolishness, but zeal and knowledge and skill, right? Because we got to know our craft. We got to know what it is we're doing. If you're not going to serve, if you're not going to serve with zeal, then please go sit down. Okay? I love you. Okay? I do. I love you. But I got to tell you the truth. If you're not going to serve like that, please go sit down, because you're doing a disservice to the ministry of the minstrels. Okay? It's a holy calling. It's a holy calling. Okay? Please don't, what's the word here? Don't make common a holy calling.
Yes. Come on.
Don't make it be common. It's not a gig.
Yep.
It's not a gig. There have been seasons in my life where I've operated like that, so I understand it.
Yeah.
But it's not a gig, y'all. This is not a gig. Yeah. This is a holy calling and appointment, right?
Yeah.
This is an assisting of God's people in offering the sacrifices of praise.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It's a holy calling and an appointment, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we said he was just going to go straight in.
He went right through the gates.
So here you go, everyone.
Yeah, it's like,
here
welcome.
You go. But you know,
well, y'all said it.
Welcome.
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
welcome. No, it needs to be said. You know,
yes.
There people do not like when you mention practicing at all, and I mean, it doesn't compute in my brain how you get offended.
Right.
When you're not allowed to play because you didn't practice. Like, you don't even know the music. So how can you be on the stage? It doesn't, I don't understand. Like what you were talking about, the minstrels, the Levites,
yes,
who they prepared, they could not start their priestly ministry as a musician until they were 25 years old.
Yep.
So their whole entire life,
they were preparing.
They were practicing their instruments. And then when they were welcomed in and instituted as a musician at age 25, they still had to go through another 5 years of training. So they didn't start full time until they were 30 years old. That's 30 years of practicing before you were even allowed.
For your release to do anything, to lead the people
on the stage.
Yes. On behalf of the Lord. Yes.
But I'm 16, and I got a few little chords.
Well, keep on practicing, my brother.
And I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to be on the main stage. I feel like I'm ready. I got a few little chords. I got a few little runs on my bass. I got a few little chops in my hands, and my feet, and I'm 10, and I got a few little chops. So I feel like I need to be the main drummer. I need to be the main guy. I need to be the dude, the guy, or the girl.
Yeah.
I got a few little chops in my hand. Let me tell you something. When I've been playing music my entire life. I'm 44 years old today.
42.
I've been playing drums since I was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 2 years old. I want you to think about that. I'm 44. I've been playing drums since I was 2. I started kind of picking up bass as a teenager, probably like, I don't know, 14, 15 or so. And I taught myself how to play bass on an old acoustic guitar that only had 5 strings.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, see, a lot of folks, y'all didn't know that.
I did not know about the acoustic guitar.
So,
like, I knew you've been playing for a while.
So before Sarah, before you met me,
yes.
Before you saw, what was my bass name? The white one I had? Was it Snow White?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He names all the instruments.
Yeah, I named the basses. Yeah. Anyway, so before you saw Snow White,
yes, I do.
I was sitting in my room at the old house, on Red River Drive.
Yes.
Listening to CDs. I know some of y'all don't know what CDs are, but I was sitting in my room with that little acoustic guitar that Daddy actually bought for Aspen to take guitar lessons. But she didn't do the guitar lessons. She was doing more piano lessons. So one of the strings broke on the guitar. So I just picked it up and I was like, maybe I can just play this like a 5-string bass. And that's how I taught myself bass guitar. So, awesome. Yeah. So anyway, I got derailed. Oh, I know what I'm saying. So again, I was playing drums since I was 2, right? So my father was the drummer for the church we were going to, right? He started driving over the road when I was about 8 or so, 8 or 9. So that left him out of the mix a lot of Sundays.
Yeah.
The guy on the organ, whose son also played drums.
Okay.
He let him start playing, but made me wait like, I don't know, a year before he would let me even attempt
touch him
to get up there. Now, call it favoritism, call it whatever you want. But just because I had a few little chops in my hands, it didn't mean I was just finna, get on there. Now, listen, I felt super entitled because my dad is the drummer, right? My dad is the drummer.
Right.
His dad is the organ player. Go get on the organ. I handle the drums. That's what I'm saying. My little 8, 9, 9-year-old self. That's my logic. Your dad don't even play drum. My dad play drum. I'm the drummer. But anyway, I digress. But I got a few little chops in my hands, so I feel like I need to be up there. No. It's called prep.
Yeah.
It's called prepare. Take the time to prepare. Learn. Okay. Can I go here? I feel like I need to go here.
Go.
When we're talking about learning, we're learning other people's music, right? We're not even going to go into like Band of Prophets and the way we flow prophetically, right? We're not going to go into that right now. We can do that on another episode because that's a different thing. Okay. But what I want to say to our listeners, to our young musicians, our older musicians, when we're talking about learning music, learning songs to assist the people in worship, learn the route. And what I mean by the route is learn the song the way the song was written. Because that revelation is a vehicle to get the congregation to somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't learn that, how are you going to bring the congregation along anywhere? Because that revelation that whoever wrote that song, that was a dimension of God that he revealed to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to let me back up. All of us benefit from the strength of another person's revelation of scripture.
Right.
Yeah.
All of us do, right? The
Right.
preached word from pastors and teachers and different ones, all of us benefit from the revelation that God gives individuals, right?
Right. Right.
The same thing works with music. We all benefit from the revelation that God gave. I'll just use for an example, Maverick City. We all benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
Use that, right? That's a vehicle. It's a vehicle to get you somewhere, right? Use that. Learn that. Learn those routes. Learn that particular vehicle, whatever that song is. Because the song is a vehicle. It's like a portal. It's taking the congregation from here into another dimension of God. And if you don't learn that, if you don't steward that the right way, then somebody is left out. Somebody's left behind, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta utilize and capitalize on the strength of the revelation that someone else has. And then what I found out is if you steward another person's revelation, God will give you revelation of your own.
Yeah.
That's how that works. That's what he means when he said, to the one who has, more will be given.
Mm-hmm.
You steward what someone else has,
Mm-hmm.
and you steward that right, then he will give you revelation. He'll open more dimensions. God is he's so multifaceted. He's got so many dimensions to him.
Yeah.
We will never ever see all of the dimensions that God has in himself. We'll never experience all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the journey is for. Like we're journeying deeper, we're journeying farther, we're journeying higher, right? And so the strength of those revelations that those songwriters were writing, right? That's the dimensions of God that he's revealing to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like the musicians of old, of the tabernacle and the temple, their whole purpose was to be there to pray, to praise, to prophesy, as they would get before the Lord, and they would play their instruments. They would play the harp, and they would play the horns, and they would play the lyre, and they play all these different instruments. And the Lord would begin to speak to them. Sometimes they would get words, and then sometimes they would just get melodies, and they would just play. Right? They would just play. They would just minister before the Lord. That was what was going on with the band of prophets in First Samuel chapter 10. They were coming down from the high place. They had been in the presence of the Lord. The Lord had given them something. So how do you think Saul all of a sudden just start prophesying when he comes into contact with them? They were in the presence. There was a strength of revelation that God had already imparted to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why Saul was turned into another man. He encountered the presence of the Lord that was on the band of prophets.
That is correct. That is correct.
So the strength of revelation that comes through just learning the music, like there's so much depth in just learning the music as it is. Learn that first. God will give you your own stream. I promise you. He's done it for me. He's done it for me.
Mm-hmm.
He proves it over and over and over again. Right?
Yeah.
So that's guys, that's what we got to learn it with. I say learn it with integrity, right? Learn it with integrity. Use that revelation that somebody else gave, right? God will give you your stream. But you gotta be faithful with the other person's revelation, right? You got to be faithful with that first. And then he will give it to you. He will. It's not that you got to prove it to him. He'll give it to you. Right?
Yeah.
That's so true. Even like, and I tell my singers and my other worship leaders the same thing. They're probably so tired of hearing me say it. But I'm like, if y'all are not worshiping with the songs at home, as you're learning the song and you're actually worshiping with the song, then when you get up here, it's just karaoke.
Yep.
There's no
Yep.
oil on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no history with God that's built. There's nothing that's coming out of you.
Right.
And the same thing goes with musicians. It might not be, I mean, I guess it could be karaoke. It's garage band. It's, you know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, I tell my team, learn it to the point where you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Because if you're up there and you're thinking about it, you're not worshiping.
Yeah.
And here's something the Lord just dropped in my spirit the other day. In order, and this is for all musicians, singers included, so all minstrels, right? In order for us to play a song well, we've got to know it well.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, but here's the other side of that. In order for us to know it, we got to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's both and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in order to play it well, you got to know it well.
Yep.
But in order for you to know it at all, you got to play it.
Yeah.
So for all of my musicians and all of my singers that think, oh, I can just listen to it on the way and I'll get it. No, you won't.
No, you won't.
You will not.
Makes me crazy.
You will not. You will not. Can I say that again? You will not.
You will not get it.
Because I don't know what the term is, but you have to connect with the song. What is it? Kinetically, physically. You have to physically establish a connection with the music. You have to physically, like, if you play an instrument, guitar, bass, drums, keys, you have to get that thing in your hands. If you play drums, you have to get it in your hands, in your feet. Like if you sing, you have to get it in your vocal cords, get it into your mind. You got to get it in. You have to physically get it into your system. It doesn't just happen simply by listening, right? Yeah. Listening is a part of it, but that's not the way it stays. And that's not the way you translate from just simply singing a song to actually worshiping the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? You have to you got to physically get this thing. And I tell my team all the time, guys, you got to get it in your hands, get it in your feet, get it in your mouth. You got to get it in you, right? Yeah. Because if it's not in you, how is it going to come out of you?
Yeah, that's correct.
Exactly.
That's correct.
So,
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that's the key. Yeah. You can't simply just listen to it. You have to get it. You have to get it in you, because when the presence squeezes you, then that's what's gonna come out of you. Right. So yeah, you got to get it in you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, talking about stewarding somebody else's revelation. I think it's the mindset that we have, that it's the same thing with the gifts, right? Each person has different gifts, but we're all part of the same body. So the Lord gives revelation for the church through Carrie, Job, or whoever it is that we're listening to. It's like, it's a revelation, yes, for the body. And like you're saying, if we can learn the song and actually get that song in our spirit, then when we minister through that song, it's not just a karaoke thing. Like we kind of get in this weird, we're trying to figure out the runs instead, right? We're trying to figure out whatever. And I'm like, no, it's like, what is the message of the song? Because somebody that leads with conviction is very different from someone that just sings all the right licks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you literally will not go anywhere singing all the right licks versus having that song in your spirit and understanding what the message of the Lord was through that. Man. And what is it that I'm trying to? Because if you're trying to lead a congregation and take them on a journey, if you're not walking, they can't go with you. If you're just standing because you're singing all the licks, we're not going anywhere. We're just singing a song, and you could have great revelation, but we completely miss it. So the person that's leading doesn't have revelation of what the song actually means, so the congregation can't go.
Exactly.
Wow. So again, stewarding that revelation, taking the time and saying, okay, Lord, what is it in this song? It's like you said, same thing with when somebody preaches and you hear a word. It's my job to then go back and say, man, That really stood out to me. I'm going to go back and read that when I get home. I'm going to go back and meditate on that. Lord, what else is here? Give me the 7-course meal, not just the snack that I got at church on Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, musicians as a whole, not all musicians, get in that same mode. I'm going to learn the song for church on Sunday, and then it's out. But meanwhile, we're going on a journey, even as a church body, in that region where you are located, where the Lord has planted you. That body is going on a journey. And as songs are being dropped into the house, let's take the congregation on a journey of revelation of who God is. And we can't reveal what we don't know. We can't reveal if we're not open to his revelation.
Exactly.
And so it's just this weird...
That part.
We're not, like you said, we're not a karaoke band. You could pay whatever money to get whoever to come and learn a song. We're not studio music. Okay, we're not studio musicians. Okay, a studio musician learns how the song is supposed to go. They run through it a couple times and they record it. That's not what we are. As a minstrel, you have a job. Yes, physical with your voice, your instrument, and then the spiritual aspect. You have a responsibility when you're on that platform.
Yep.
Do not make it common. It is not a common thing. Like you're saying, Ron, it is not a common thing.
That's probably one of the things that annoys me the most is people that is minstrels that make this calling common, because it is not. It is not. I promise it's not.
It's not. It's not. And if you're trying to make it common, and I'm just gonna say it, if you're trying to treat church like it's a studio session, just go be a studio musician. But the sad part is you're probably not even good enough to be a studio musician.
Based on how much they don't practice.
Based on how you... I just said it. Based on how you show up to practice at church unto the Lord. Without even knowing the chords to a simple 4-chord
maybe
song
6.
That repeats the same thing over and over. Like
over and over and over again.
Worship songs... And this is another topic, but worship songs are not complicated.
No.
And so if you can't even show up knowing that, how are you going to be a studio musician? You're not going to. You're not going to get hired.
Yeah, that's why they're fake.
They're not going to call you because there's a protocol to that, right? There's a protocol to that kind of stuff.
Yes,
because you know, because studio sessions cost money. So if you get in there and you don't know what's going on, you're screwing up the session, and you're costing a producer or artist, you're costing them money because you don't know your stuff, right? So they're not going to call you. In fact, they're probably going to fire you right on the spot because you don't know your stuff, and they're going to bring in someone who does know. You know, who knows their stuff, who is tightened up their craft. You know what I'm saying? It's because again.
But isn't that, Ron? Isn't that what we're doing to our pastors in the spirit?
Literally.
Oh yeah.
We're doing that exact thing, not only to our pastors, but we're doing that exact thing to the congregation that God has entrusted us to lead in the spirit. We are robbing them of an encounter with God because we cannot get over our laziness to learn a worship song.
Right. But we want to.
Anyways, I love y'all.
But here's the other part of that. We won't learn and steward another's revelation of God, but then we're crying for God to give us revelation so we can write our own songs for the house.
How are you gonna write your own song when you only know 2 chords?
See, right. But you hear how ridiculous that sounds. But there are bands and individuals that are part of different ministries, and everybody wants to write their own stuff, and it's very admirable, and you should.
Yeah.
But
I think you should be, absolutely.
But there's an order to it, right? You have to steward you have to steward another one's revelation. God will give you your own, right? Band of Prophets came because we were stewarding other people's revelation. And out of that, God gave us the songs that we have. And I know we've got way more than what the general public knows about. But anyway, that's another thing.
May the Lord help us so he could release them all.
but you understand what I'm saying? Like all the things that the Lord has given us, is a lot of it is based on how we stewarded the revelation that he had already shown us, right? Because you can't ask God to show you something new when you're not obeying the old, right?
Right.
So if Everlasting God is the song of the house, if that's the song of the moment, that's what the Lord is saying in the moment, and you won't steward Everlasting God, stop crying and asking God to give you some new revelation, some deep thing, some whatever. If you're not going to steward what he's already given, stop asking him to give you something more.
Yep.
It's not fair. It's not going to happen. And
right, because you can't be trusted.
Yeah, because like it's about like again, it's not about proving, but he knows he can't trust you. It's just like it's about maturity, right? Because I wouldn't give my 4-year-old granddaughter the keys to my car and say go drive it, right? She's not mature enough to handle that, right? So I'm not gonna give that to her, right? And God is the same way. If we, being evil, know how to give good gifts, right? How much more does God know how to give good gifts? You know what I'm saying? To his kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not gonna give us something to steward that he knows that we're not gonna be able to steward.
Exactly.
So we gotta get back to the basics. We gotta steward the thing that he's already given before we ask him to give us something else to steward, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all about stewardship. Again, this is kingdom. This is kingdom mentality, right?
Yeah.
It's about stewardship, right? The servants that he gave, the minas and the talents and stuff, it's about stewardship. Like, how are you using what I've already given you, right?
That is correct.
If I gave you 5, are you getting 5 more? If I give you 2, are you getting 2 more? Right?
Yeah.
Like whatever I've given, are you adding to or multiplying what I've already given? Like I'm not giving you any more because you've shown that stewardship doesn't matter, right? Which is why practice matters, right? It's about stewardship. And if you can't be trusted with, again, and I'm gonna keep driving this home. If you cannot be trusted to steward someone else's revelation, the revelation that has already been put forth, if you can't be trusted to steward that, do not expect for God to give you your own.
Yeah. And Sarah and I have talked about that passage that you were just referring to, Ron, with the, the master goes off and he gives all his servants and, one of them goes and hides it. And when the master comes back, in one translation, he calls him, he says, "You lazy and untrustworthy servant."
Yep.
Yeah.
If I would have known that you would have not given me in return.
Yes.
Right.
Basically, I would have never gave it to you. And guess what?
Exactly.
I'm going to give what you have, and I'm giving it to the one who has 5 or 10, who's multiplied it.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's the Bible. That's like very sobering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very sobering. But here's the thing too. Like, you church musicians, y'all are not dumb. You are beautiful in the eyes of God. God has given you a talent. He's given you an anointing. He's given you an ability, and you have what it takes up here and also in here to walk in the destiny that God has ordained you to do. So, like, stop sabotaging yourself and sabotaging your destiny.
Yes.
Because you would rather scroll on TikTok than put in 30 minutes to practice.
Wow.
My suggestion is, if you're going to scroll on TikTok, at least watch other people practice or watch some music theory or something.
Come on.
Seriously.
Preach. That part.
Seriously.
Make it
y'all
worth the
have
time.
you have a destiny and a calling to fulfill on your life, and all you're doing is self-sabotaging it. Do not allow the enemy in to do that. Like, just as Ron was saying, you know, as we learn the songs, we're and they're getting in us, we're practicing them, we're worshiping to them, we are learning who God is through that song. And once that gets in you and you begin to effectively minister that song, then we get to learn who God is to you. And to partake of that revelation. And if that doesn't happen, like, there's whole parts of God that you may have a revelation of, and we've talked about this before too, that I might not. And because you haven't practiced,
see,
I may
nobody
never know till I get to heaven.
And nobody will know.
Yeah. So, anyways, I know we have just come at you hard.
It's not even that hard.
Y'all love us, and we love you. If we did not love you, we would not.
We would not say these things.
We wouldn't come at you like that. We wouldn't come at you like that.
We wouldn't.
Yes.
So we just want to encourage you guys, like, practice, put in the work.
Yes.
Spend time with Jesus.
Yes.
Put in work.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Show up this coming week to your practice ready to go. And make your worship leader and pastor pass out. Because they cannot believe
that you done came ready.
You came. And yes.
And here's the thing too.
To you.
I'm gonna say your gift is not for you.
Yeah.
That part.
It's for the body.
That's it.
Somebody said, like, the tree does not eat of its own fruit.
That's right.
So if you're producing XYZ, it's not for you. So get over yourself. It's for other people to eat and be filled and be blessed and be, you know, it's like, don't get in whatever. And I just really want to touch on one more thing. I know I think we've said all the things, but there's something that Ron said at the beginning, just about having zeal and coming with thanksgiving and with praise. I think, and you're going to laugh at me here, Trin, amongst the three of us, there's probably over 100 years of leading worship here, experience in music and all the things.
And 100 years combined.
Yes, 100 years combined. And I mean, for Ron, it's already 40 years, right? 42 years playing drums. Yeah. We add on. But all that to say, we say these things not from an experienced place. We say these things not from a we're better than you, so we talk to ourselves. We each have had to grow in every season. That's the thing. We never arrive.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to brag on Ron. Ron, as long as I've known him, I've always told people I don't know anybody that practiced as much as he does. When I met Ron 26 years ago, he was a phenomenal drummer. And he still played hours a week. Not when we're just ministering, which, again, we were so thankful that people thought enough of us to ask us to come and lead. And that's why we played everywhere. But we still practice on our own time because we're so excited to be trusted with something to bless the body. That's why we played as much as we did.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to say is that even as good as a musician as he is, he doesn't take his gift for granted. He still practices. He picked up the bass. He still plays, like, you know, still practices for hours. Trin, myself, I mean, like, we never arrive.
Yeah.
To whom much is given, much is expected. So the Lord's given us much, and we recognize that there is a greater demand on us because he's given us much. And so that's the thing. Don't become complacent in your gift because you
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because listen, I still be in the lab. I still be in the lab to this day. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I mean, because I play a little bit more bass now than drums, but I still be in the lab. I have to, right? I have to. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't ever get to let up, right? You don't ever get to let up. You know what I'm saying? The zeal, like there's always this drive. I won't say pressure, but I know people get weird about pressure, but like there's a pressure to like keep pushing. It's like, oh yeah, I got to make sure that this translates the way that it's supposed to translate. This song needs to sound like this. The bass line needs to sound like this. The drums need to sound like this, right? So continue, guys, continue, like, keep pushing, like keep pushing, keep practicing, keep learning, right? Because like you can never be too prepared. You can never be too prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like again, I've been in it for, over 40 years now, like playing drums, and I guess now it's about 20 years or so, or maybe a little more playing bass. Yep. But like, I mean, there's always room to grow. There's always room to grow. There's always room to improve, to keep pushing, to keep pressing. So y'all keep pushing. Don't listen again. Like I said before, if you're not gonna have the zeal, and you're not gonna serve with enthusiasm, and you're not gonna enter accompanied with thanksgiving and praise, please go sit down. Don't make this calling common. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because again, I love you. I really do. I love you. I want to see you succeed. I really do. I want all of you out there, all the musicians that follow us, that, that support us, that, I want all of y'all to succeed, right? But serve with zeal and understanding, right? Understand what this is. It's not a gig. Yep. It's a calling. It's an appointment. It's a holy invitation and opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Well, I think that about covers it. Oh man, thank you guys for sticking with us, and hopefully you learned something. Ron, thanks for being with us the last couple episodes. We love you. We love you. We love you. And it was just a treat. So thank you so much. I'm glad we finally made it happen. We will see you guys on the next episode. Who knows what it will be, but we'll see you guys then.
Peace.